Okay, we're in the garage and I have a couple of these NGK Iridium Spark Plugs that I want to use to replace the basic Harley spark plugs that I've got in the bike right now. I'm just going to do a comparison. I know this is not scientific, but I'm going to go ahead and do a cold start and we'll see. I don't know, we'll just see how it's how it's running. I'll do a riding comparison, but for now we're just gonna do a cold start. Okay, so it's actually running pretty well, but I'm going to go ahead and put these plugs in. One thing you should know is that it says these come pre-gapped, but they're not gapped for a Harley. So I measured these, and these are both 25.025, and you want to gap Harleys at 0.038 to 0.042, 38 to 42. Also, before you install your spark plugs, put some dielectric grease in there. You'll notice right on here, gives you a recommendation. Any electrical connection, lamps, spark plugs, harnesses, anything electric, use some dielectric grease. You just shove some right on there, so you have some on these plugs. And that is going to help your conductivity and get you a little more zip and a little better power. It's also going to help keep moisture and corrosion out of your spark plugs. So, all right, so I'm going to swap these out. I'm going to gap them first to, I'm just going to go for 3/8, and over time they'll probably widen to 4.0 or 4.2, and that'll work fine. So we'll see how it goes. These are the plugs that were in the bike, the Harley standard, stock plugs, 6R12. The rear still gaps at 39, which is great. And the front is showing 40. Right on the money. So still in good shape. I know these are at least 3 years old with a few thousand miles on them, but I'm just interested to try the Iridium. But that's what was in the bike. One thing about these Iridium plugs, NGK states that this finish is a type of finish that acts as an anti-seize mechanism. So you do not want to put anti-seize on these spark plugs. Maybe other spark plugs, you got to check the manufacturer recommendations. What these guys suggest is that if you end up putting anti-seize on these, that you reduce your torque spec by 30%. So torque on these Harley plugs is recommended 18 to 20 foot-pounds. So let's just say 30% is going to be 6. So you need to be torquing to 14 foot-pounds, 13 or 14 foot-pounds if you use anti-seize on these plugs. Otherwise, you could over-tighten your spark plugs, and that could cause you some problems. So use a torque wrench. You don't need to put anti-seize on these. Just use some of the dielectric grease on the connection on the tip. But don't get anything up in this area. You don't need it. Okay, new plugs are in. Let's just see how she starts up. I don't know if it's going to make any difference right now, but let's just check it. certainly nothing wrong with that. Could be my imagination. Seems like it's running a little more stable. But the real test will be out on the road. All right, thanks for watching. Safe riding to you all.